Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today we're going to be going back into the Warrens. It's a long, so this might be a little rough because I think I've only successfully done one long run on this estate so far. But we'll be trying our best. I'm going to be avoiding as much stupid stuff as I can. The goal is actually just to get through the long alive so we can get the bloody tears. I'm going to be avoiding the shambler, all that jazz. So we'll see what happens, and then if there's a shambler in there, we'll complete the dungeon, then go back to it. We'll see how things go. So that's kind of the plan for today, because I really want these bloody tears for the Forlorn. As you can see, it's a really good trinket, plus 50% bleed amount for ranged skills, so it will essentially 1.5 times the amount he does with, I think it's Bloody Cross. I don't have one on hand to actually show it or look at it, but then it's minus 33% duration for ranged skills and minus bleed amount for melee skills. However, if you're mainly using Bloody Cross, things like that, I think Bloody Cross might be his only ranged skill, but nonetheless, if that's the main move you're using when you go in with him, it is a very good trade-off. It also gets us 9 deeds, which we need for the... is it the blacksmith? Yeah, which I'm just one short of being able to upgrade it right now. So that would be a huge upgrade for us. So that's the goal. The team is going to be a slight dancing team between... I really should rename some of these people, but I don't want to get too attached to anyone. Between a Falconer and a Krakenslayer. So they're going to be trading row 1. The Falconer mainly using Gouge, Eye Thief, Ravage if she needs to hit back rows. We also have Reposition if I need to basically get her out of rank 4. The Krakenslayer is going to be using Blood in the Water to dance, bleed things. I do have Skewer if I need to do a heavier bleed or once again hit rank 3 or 4. And if I happen to get Ambush and she is in rank 4, I can use the kill to instantly put her into rank 1, doing some heavier damage. And then we have Ebb and Flow to get out of rank 3 to not just move, but also get her a block. We then have a Saw Hunter doing bleeding, damage versus bleeding, AoE bleed, and de-stealthing. And we have the Omen Seeker just doing some debuffing, minusing protection, minusing damage that they all do, stuff like that. And I just realized I forgot to put trinkets on everyone, so give me just a second here. My memory is a little shoddy, as you might be able to tell. I would also like to point out the fact that I still am tweaking my new microphone. So if I sound off at all, too loud, too quiet, anything like that, please let me know down in the comments. I will do what I can to tweak it so that I sound better. I'm doing some of that on my own in my off time when I am doing all the editing and stuff like that. It's just having second and third opinions always help. So if anything sounds off, do please let me know, and I will do what I can to fix that. But for the trinkets here, on the Falconer, we're going to have the Beast Slayer ring. Since we're in the Warrens, that's going to do a little bit more damage, since she's going to be our main damage dealer, doing plus 80% damage versus bleeding. An extra 25% damage versus Beast is going to do a lot. Then we just have the Accuracy Stone doing plus 5 accuracy to her 85 accuracy, so that brings her up to a 90 base. The Krakenslayer is going to have the Stone Clam Shell Shield, so if she's hit, she gives the enemy a minus accuracy, minus crit debuff, and also gives her protection. She does have dodge, so there's a good chance in here at least that she gets, or at least some dodge, so there's a chance that they'll miss, but on the chance that she is hit, all the better. Then we have the Solar Bracer on her, so she is faster and has some crit, because we will be taking torches to not have torchless runs, so I'm not doing that. I'm not having a torchless run. On the Saw Hunter, we have the Bloodshot Eyeball, so he ignores stealth, has accuracy versus anything that is stealth, and otherwise just has accuracy. And then the Dodge Stone upping is dodge to 16. And then Esmeralda, our Omen Seeker, has the aggression tactics just so we can surprise them, and ups her bleed amount because I do plan on using Piercing Dagger a little bit more than anything else. So let's have some fun in here. I am going to be taking a bunch of food just because that is how we heal. Bandages, medicinal herbs, a few keys, and then a lot of torches because we can. Not only am I going to need the torches, I don't want to go torchless. There are the fog walls from the creeping mists, but we can get rid of the negative quirks in here, and we do have things like necromania to get rid of.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first
Alright.
squalid homes.
So it's explore 90% of rooms, and this is all intertwined, so I want to think about this here for a moment. I'm gonna pop up and grab this curio, just because I don't plan on doing this hallway. Gold is gold. Okay. So I do gotta go here. Yeah, that works. Okay. So we're gonna go to the left first. And then we're gonna twist and turn around. And we got bloodsuckers. Lovely. I'm gonna serrated knife the back row. Just get them bleeding. Hunter's Illness, which is immune to Crimson Curse. Then we're going to bleed these. Actually, it's the Supplicant here, because that lowers his protection. Then we can adapt, go into, is it Rogue form? Yeah. Then damage versus bleeding, 1 down.
Destroy.
Blood in the water, bleed the Sycophant, bleeding for 6 rounds. And now we just do damage versus bleeding on everything. I don't know why I'm stumbling on words today, but that is the thing. I didn't take any anti-venom because I wasn't planning on fighting anything that would blight me. This is bad. And they're targeting the Falconer a lot. Oh, they took my blight at least. Okay. We are going to Piercing Dagger, hit the Supplicant in back. Bleeding for 5 of 5. Into the wound on Supplicant here. So that's just Sycophant left. And then you go down to everything here. So we'll just stab you with an arrow. Take everything. Need those deeds.
So too will resistance.
Oof. They only targeted the Falconer, so already at half health. Can heal with that food there. Alright, let's get the Slasher. I tried. Piercing Dagger on it. That way I can do damage to it. Or just take it out.
Their formation is broken.
Serrated Knife on them. Can do extra damage to them in the back now. They really want my Falconer down. Bleeding now. Into the wound on Wretch. That is a big oof. At least they're missing as well. All I gotta say. Lower protection on Chopper. At least they're missing 2. Let's bleed the Chopper. Get rid of our bleeding. Blank Gouge on the Chopper. Chopper down to left.
A faint hope blossoms.
And we got Kawasaki's. Lovely. Abso-frickin-lutely lovely. You know what? Let's just ravage the Wretch. Because then if we bleed it, it goes down.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Carapace Idol for
Success
anti.
so clearly in view.
Could be worth a sell.
Or is it merely a trick of the
Leather brace is a little worthless to me, although what we could do is take that torch, take the brace for now. Default party order. Gonna use medicinal herbs on this so that we can take the food and eat it. All of that is going on the Falconer. The shovel we can leave. Now, Kawasaki's is plus damage received minus debuff chance. If I remember right from when I was in the clinic, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to look up Kawasaki's disease really quick. I'm going to put a screenshot of it up on screen here really quick. Because if I remember correctly, people thought I had it at one point because of an allergic reaction I have where my skin was peeling off in sheets. And there you go. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. And it was very, very painful. I was in the burn unit for 2 months because of it. So I can't imagine what actual Kawasaki's is if a allergic reaction that mimicked Kawasaki's put me in the burn unit for 2 months. Just saying there. So, plus... I just want to say, plus 15% damage received? No, that should be higher. Alright, let's get the drummer for now. Blood in the water. Let's get the leech. Oh, we didn't actually bleed the leech, wow. Let's take out the drummer while we can. Miacidae lore you didn't know you wanted to know and probably didn't want to know. The treatment for that sucked, too. Can we even hit row 1? We can with Piercing Dagger. Also lowers protection, so... Win-win. We just can't bleed. I can Heavy Barrage the Spine Eater, just doing a little extra damage. It does put me in row 4. But then I can Eye Thief it. Or I can Eye Thief the Skulker.
A singular strike.
Blood in the water hitting Spiny Eater. It's got its Aegis now. Into the wound on Skulker, so it doesn't do anything major to us. Just Spine Eater left with that Aegis. It's got that nasty debuff that we can do to it. Getting rid of Aegis. Piercing Dagger again. It's got no protection somehow, even though it's made out of bone carapace, basically. Maybe we, stuck the knife into the joint so it can't really move.
This expedition at least promises success.
Alright, leather brace for the portraits. Default party order. I would like the crest, so we'll trade out the money for it. We'll go on a heirloom farming run this time around. I do not have a head, so we cannot do the head hoarder. Not sure I'd want to fight it anyway. And we'll Piercing Dagger the Wretch, so we can take it out easier. Then Gouge, doing extra damage to Wretch. Wretch down, no more diseases. Blood in the water on Chopper. Bleeding it, so... we can't do Into the Wound on it because it's row 1. We can do... Would Bloodletting Teeth do enough? No. Alright, let's do Serrated Knife, getting the Heinous Fleshling bleeding so we can do Into the Wound on it next turn. And you missed. I am very concerned about our Falconer. She is dancing with death a lot. Into the wound onto the Fleshling. Then piercing dagger, Fleshling goes down. Bandage, gouge onto Chopper. Chopper goes down to bleed, I think. Oh, no. Making sure Chopper goes down. And we are in trouble. I was going to camp here. Bloodletting Teeth, because that's all I can do. It's got 3 health left, so if the Krakenslayer goes and we hit, we save our Falconer.
Foolish horrors.
Alright, camping.
And driven into the mud.
Feasting for the health and the stress. Oh, it's gonna do this to me this time around, huh? Alright, we are going to take the deeds. I'm going to take the calming incense, knowing I can't really use it, and we're going to leave the rest. I'm going to do heightened senses. Actually, safe and sound is probably better than heightened senses because of the stress relief. No one has the bandage, so we're going to use one on the Falconer. I'm going to use Scavenge here to get the scouting chance and the food. Which I'm going to immediately use here. Trading the... Actually, no. As much as I want those bounty feathers right now, we can get them another time. I'm going to do Deep Lurk, just because that gets the Krakenslayer a lot more damage for 4 battles. Because 15% damage after first round, and 15% damage after when acting last. Which there could be a very good chance with that minus speed there, which I'll be fine with. And 1 companion minus stress, that's going to go on to the Krakenslayer there. So minus stress received.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow.
Ah, hell. Looks like I can't use that thing anymore of, hey, I know it's not a mimic. Minus protection on it. That didn't work. Gonna bleed it. Resisted all of that. Lovely. Bloodletting Teeth. There's our crit. There's our bleed. And it got its riposte, which I really didn't want. So it has a chance to stun me because of its riposte. But we're acting... well, we're not acting last, so we're not doing more damage. We resisted that. We did bleed it. It's bleeding 2 for 6. Lowering its protection. Into the wound. Gotta love those dodges. Gouge, damage versus bleeding. Probably should have stealthed her so she was doing more damage.
Festering fear.
And blood in the water. So 6 for 6. As long as it doesn't do another adhesive, I think I'm fine. Lowering protection again. Into the wound. It's got... There we go.
Gently. This is...
Whew. healing. Taking that. Taking the portrait. We'll leave the jade. Okay. I'm gonna go grab this curio. No, I'm not. Then the plan was to go left, up, up, right, right. Here, then kind of scoot around. Okay, yeah. Oh, really? I can't get rid of that. We can get rid of a quirk right here, though. So, no one else has a horrible thing. Let's try to get rid of Necromania. There we go. Ignoring you once again. Don't think I have anything for that. Torch up. Grab torch.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Go up. Ooh. Who does the most damage here? Falconer. Get Falconer drunk. 30% damage until camp. We do have one camp left, so... I mean, there is a chance that falls off, but... we'll see what happens. We want the Skitterer down. So let's bleed them. Or not. Any more damage on them, they probably go down anyway, so that's fine. This may hurt. They miss. Skitterer down. They really do not like our Falconer. Alright, she's gonna bleed the chopper, so let's do serrated knife, bleeding the drummer. That way I can do into the wound onto drummer next turn. Did not bleed it, that's fine though. Into the wound would not take it out. So what we're gonna do is just keep damaging both of them with serrated knife. Wow. Alright, entangle.
A devastating blow.
I'd say. Alright, gouge, chopper, chopper down, just puppet left. Okay, that hurt a bit. No bleed. Love it. And then no protection, so we can just damage it. It's got 1 health left. Owie. And puppet down. Oh, you're tempting me.
Push on to the task's end.
I'd say I've gone through about a third of this. And I can get rid of a torch. Stack. I'm probably not going to use that, so we can get rid of that. So maybe I get more of the gems. Because I'm not going to use that carapace idol. I know that. They can eat. That's actually going to help. Falconer for trap. You had an 80%, ma'am.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
You had an 80%. I am disappointed. Okay. 80%. Okay, it's only explored 90% of rooms. I'm going to go get these curios, then I'm going to go back, and we're going to just ignore the one room down there. Ignore this room. Check for loot.
If only treasure could staunch the flow.
Oh, getting rid of the bandage is going to be a bad idea. So we're going to go down here, dig through this. Another food check. It's actually not a bad thing considering I need to heal. I actually thought that would be a dig through, not a torch.
Earliest settlers.
I am going to do the go down here battle, then I can do the Curios battle, then do all this. Because that's what's going to get me the loot. But what I will do is heal the Falconer. Alright. Let's do some carnage. So I'm going to Piercing Dagger onto the Ghast, get it bleeding, get the protection down. It resisted the bleeding, that's not good. If we gouge, we might take out the Carrion Eater. Alright, at least one down. Blood in the water, bleeding the Ghast. One. Yeah, take out Ghast, just the two left. Okay. Next up. Pull Spine Eater.
Decisive pummeling.
Oh, that's right, we can't pull it. Shoot. Serrated Knife just so we can bleed the Bloodstarved Leech, maybe. Spirited Cry to stealth yourself so you do more damage. Get rid of Corpse. Spine Eater goes down this turn. Bleeding the Leech. Actually, yeah, Bleeding the Leech. Getting rid of protection. Into the Wound, Leech goes down. Just Spine Eater left, which we do extra damage because we're stealthed. It has Aegis now. Krakenslayer gets rid of Aegis. And then we finish things up. Can't imagine it's easy to stab that thing with an arrow that... I would imagine the arrow would break 9 times out of 10. Unless that is a very, very good arrow. Alright. I know this is probably going to stress me out more than it's going to do good. Yeah. Alright, that's nothing. Can torch up with that. I'm about to get rid of this torch. Battle room.
Lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Let's take out the Skulker. Had a 59% chance to hit, and we hit. I love it. And yeah, I can't hit 80s sometimes. My luck goes both ways, and it is frightening. Take out the Skulker, because between the bleed attached to this, it bleeds out now. Bleed Fleshling, nope, okay. But Bloodletting Teeth should still take out Fleshling. Or not. The bleed will take it out now, though, so I don't need to worry about those two. Alright, Piercing Dagger hit Drummer. Now I can do Into the Wound. Speaking of... And then Carrion Eater. And that be that.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Okay, moving on up. It looks like this is a free hallway. Until I hit that.
Mind that such missteps are the...
Not sure if I didn't scout that or I was just blind and didn't see it. Bleeding one. Taking it out. And the other can go down.
Remind yourself
Taking
that
the Jade, moving on along.
insidious killer.
Gonna go to left for curios. Probably should have taken the gold over the Jade at this point, but that's fine.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Used the torch, up we go. Not sure if this is gonna be scouted or not. I think it technically is. It was not. Alright, yeah, just take out Carrion Eater. So that's one down. Piercing Dagger, take out the... Yeah, let's go for the other Carrion Eater while we're at it. I don't like the blight they can do. And they actually hit someone with health. Wow. Alright, Drummer goes down next. You know, I was very afraid at the beginning of this because of the health on the Falconer. She kept dropping near death's door. But it worked out. Somehow. Or rather, it is working out. I'm not sure it has worked out quite yet. We have a little bit to go.
Unforgiving.
And bop.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
So I still have that firewood. Ay, ay, ay. Do that. And I have a snack sack. I'm not using it.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Few curios over this way. There's two of those tanning racks. Wow. Kinda worthless to me. Now that is a cool looking background to fight these guys on. Okay. So bleed the slasher. Take him out because he's going to be the most damaging one, I believe, other than the Spine Eater there. I can flank gouge, do some damage to the Fleshling. Then I just need to take him out. Just these two left. That is probably a stun. Okay. So probably not doing as much to the Spine Eater as I thought I would, but we probably can take the Ghast out. Uh-oh.
A hand.
Okay, no bleed.
Becoming unwound.
Oh, the miss. I was hoping to lower the protection. Well, can do some damage with that. It's not much. Accuracy minus 10 and mark. And you can't even hit, so Aegis move forward. Ooh, that worked out well. But then you're stunned. Okay. Lower protection, do some damage. Into the wound. I think that puts him at Aegis. Minus accuracy, get rid of the Aegis, and then we're stunned. And he still hits. And we got the bleed. We need to finish this. But he's in range, so okay.
Masterfully executed.
Just need to do 5 damage. Armor piercing versus marked. He is down. Get rid of bleed with bandage. Take what we can. Camp, take money. Feast for health and stress.
Furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Prevent nighttime ambush. Let me see here. 0, 0, 0. Okay. We are going to show tattoo to get plus resolve experience. False fortune for stress recovery. Scouting chance and food. And then I'm going to take the bounty feathers, actually, I think. I know I said I wasn't going to last time, but don't really need the torches. With the light I'm gonna have. Just without all the spiders. Yeah, we haven't ran into spiders this time, have we?
A blazing star is born.
Take what we can. Gonna get rid... I haven't run into a secret room yet. Probably don't need the shovels, so I'm gonna take the portraits. And we can get rid of the money. What's down here? Can get her drunk again. Would have had a 60% damage if I could have swung that. Over here. Another negative quirk. Let's try to get rid of slow draw there. I don't have torches, that's right. Well, I know it's there now if I find another torch. There's that secret door. We're making it there. One way or another. Just gotta do one more fight. Cultists, huh? This actually could be bad because of these two's bleeding and then it's stress otherwise, which isn't horrible.
Even the boldest gaze.
And they have me in range for the kill. So bleeding this guy so we can do the kill. Marking you for the kill. Into the wound on you. It's one more down. Damage versus bleeding, damage versus marked. So either way, blast them. Serrated knife for you two. Bleed them both. Entangle hitting Acolyte. Just need a little more on them. So let's do Adapt. So I go into Rogue mode. And then Ravage. Because that puts bleed on and they should bleed out. Moving Madman forward. Not that that matters too much for the Krakenslayer right now because I can't hit. So I'm not in the right spot for Skewer. I haven't used it all run.
Diminished.
But now into the wound. Madman down. There's a torch right there, so I can actually use that. I might do that. Leaving the rest. Gonna use the food here. Taking the torch. That was like... Oh, you know what? We'll do secret room first, just because that's more important. Secret room. Taking the trapezohedrons.
For a task well performed.
Get rid of the calming incense, because I have to make it to this room right here, so I might need food. Then I need the torches for that. Alright, up we go. This side we go, leaving that... Yeah, I didn't think it was that one. Okay. We can de-stress a little bit here. Moving down, there might be a food check here. That's why we kept the food. And negative quirk time. So heavy-footed would be good on Krakenslayer, but I think I want slow draw. Night blindness. It was worth a try. And we got the Bloody Tears for the Forlorn, which is the biggest reason I went in there. Also got the 9 deeds on top of all the heirlooms I got. And then 25,000 gold, which with our bank is huge. I actually was a little concerned about going through a long, but we made it through. So 20 crusts. Between the reward and the heirlooms here that we found, 15 portraits, or not portraits, deeds, which means we can upgrade the blacksmith, 9 portraits and 2 busts, which does mean some upgrades there. Husk Slayer on the Falconer, anemic, and then heavy-footed, which means the Saw Hunter's even slower.
An exquisite example of craftsmanship. And futility.
Well, we know what we're upgrading then, because if I can get a free armor upgrade, and I have people to upgrade it on,
every plan relies upon a strong
might as well.
And tempered steel.
So we're gonna get Hashimoto's, or Kawasaki's rather, not Hashimoto's, off of the Krakenslayer there. I don't really need stress down on anyone. I'm going to check the stagecoach here. I know our ascetics keep dying as well, so I'm going to grab one of them.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Oh, that is a really good trinket. High voltage plus damage on monster kill party, remove disease and mortality debuffs. It's 40,000 gold though, unless I get the merchant network to lower prices. So I know I can get it down to like 25,000 if I have all the upgrades. But we'll go with this for now.
Sold at a profit, of course.
Because that is a really good trinket for the Tempest, so we'll just outright buy that. I know that's expensive as heck, but... And then Medical Ward here. I need Docomania off. Because obsessed with killing. And then is there like anything really bad on anyone else? I'm pretty sure we had something on someone, yeah? We have a Klepto. So let's get that off. And we'll take it from there. Book of Bane is actually really good. Plus blight chance and duration for the incoherent flesh. Oh. This thing keeps tempting me. Why must it keep tempting me? I have to do Homecoming again. I go in, I get the job done. Okay. So, Lost Heirloom for the White Priestess. I gotta check this really quick. Do I have her other White Priestess trinket? I do not. I know I wanted to get it, but... So, the Lost Heirloom for the White Priestess ups her max HP, ups her crit rate, on friendly skill, guard ally, and on being hit, ups her protection. This goes with her other trinket that gives her a riposte, so she would gain a additional riposte with the other Crimson Court trinket, so it's really, really good. But then we also have Zanzil's Altered Mixture, which is something I had wanted to get in the past for the Uncrowned. So they would get plus Blight amount per combo point, so plus up to 100% because they can get 4 combo points. And then on ranged attack, other enemies gain a 2 for 3 Blight, meaning at full combo point, they would do a 4 for 3 Blight. I don't think that's something I can pass up. So we will be going to get the thing done there. So, yeah. It's just a matter of who I bring in this time, and I don't know. I'll be looking at that, but it's one of those things where I know I've tried it a few times now. I know I keep failing, so I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna go prepared, I'm gonna get the job done, and we're just gonna leave it at that. But I think that's gonna be the plan for next time, and we'll see what happens. So that'll be it for this time. As always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.